Alistar anyway, so we take those, boys. We take those. Guys, we are dual streaming to YouTube and Twitch. I'm gonna be running ads on both channels. Velia's Chickens. This is the usual Diamond Jungle Gaming. Random invade. On your gaps. Who gets the smite? And Velia gets the smite. Lurox. What the fuck? Baus dies on the turret. What? A Strogat. What happened? Lurox has to use flash there. Velia, please don't take this. Plus healing, plus just can be, you know, spamming abilities without losing mana. Very good at these early drakes. Gets the drake. Can he even rotate here against Nemesis? Decap realizes, oh, wait. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what they're putting on there. Oh, God. That's some good old communication from Riot. China. Baus, Sion was either Baron Ban or the enemy team picked Sion instead. Yes, like Baus is never like able to play Sion in the competitive setting. If it, I think he has a 100% win rate on Sion in competitive. I'm pretty sure Baus also getting doped by VTO and Gen.G. Very clean dive. Baus going 0-2, and CS is also down in CS. So this the gold they're getting from the skill is probably like they go into negatives. They probably have to pay Baus for killing him. But he's a G2 streamer, content creator? No? Yes. He's in China with G2. He physically cannot coach him. Hold on, there's a Crowny Yopa fight happening! WQ coming out from Necklace! And Yopa goes down. Crowny gets hit by the decap hook. But Lurax does not have his ultimate.
Fighting over this? I think we probably... it's a bit Safari-like, LR. Don't go look at the wildlife. Get involved with it. Refresh the stream where you return on the stream. Let's go in. Sorry, Shima. It took... As I said, there were some issues with OBS. Threw us for a bit of a loop, unfortunately. But yeah, we are here, we are here, we are here. Does a little bit delayed. We missed draft, we missed the first couple minutes. I do apologize for all that. Good. Chunk onto Janax, didn't need all that much. Good to see you online. Yeah, sorry I wasn't around yesterday. I had other obligations yesterday, which just got in the way a little bit. My streak rip! Sorry about that. When did I go live when you weren't here, Solly? You're here pretty much every time. Okay, good chunk. Ooh, flash away. Good turn for value with the Cyclone. Ah, it's going to be a dead Reckless, I think. Yep, TP behind, but that means Nemesis has TP'd into VTO and missed his Sonic Wave. Oh, not Sonic Wave, his Shuriken, I rather. I think that's a dead VTO, isn't it? Where's the Unleashed Power? Just about survived. Heal required from Decap to make it happen. And they get to turn it around instead. Oh boy, Lost Ratones are getting run over here. Nemesis does at least scatter one back so Crowny can pick one up. I think he still gets traded here. So it ends up being a 3-for-1. 3-for-4. Sorry, not 3-for-1. 4-for-1. All right, best of 5? Yes, it is. Best of 5. I wish it wouldn't do that, you know, actually, if you stream for 2 minutes and the stream crashes, it breaks people's streaks. Feels a bit rough. Oh, nice kill onto Yopa, who was not expecting the Syndra. Lurox turns around pretty well, but Velia gets out. In comes the Scion. Might get a bit of a stun here, but Reckless and Baus are still pretty tanky here. And yeah, you can just feast the Akali. Much better objective fight. That was very, very nice pick onto the AD carry. And now they've lost all their damage. Lurox has got no ult left, so he's a dead man. Crowny gets another. Much better from LR. Much better. They can probably run down the Scion here as well. Man, Halo Blades does silly work. Nemesis gets the kill. Knocked up by the Rupture into the Scout of the Week. He's just burning out, doesn't get to do any value. Probably get a little bit of the wave, but even then, not a lot of it. Can Nemesis look at the turret? They might be able to, you know. But I say, value can attack this a fair amount. I think that's gone. Okay. Nice. Yeah, you take that. Seeing a good LR fight is what I need right now. They're going to get 2 turrets off that. That's a massive swing. Really, really... Atacana consideration. Sonic Wave landed. Does Velia want to follow? He does. It's a bit of a chunk. Oh, my God, he's going to get executed. Kick in the wall. Sonic Wave. Nicely done. And VTO is dead. Now, without the mid laner, I think this should be a pretty easy run at this one. Out of the Week goes wide. Hook onto Cho'Gath. Rocket Bell out of it. This is still going down, and you've still got the Feast to work with, so I'm assuming between Feast and Smite, this is a dead thing. Yeah, do it in 2k. Don't mess it up. Thank you. Dunk onto Reckless, but he's fine. They can't get that much more value. VTO does have TP, so they probably have to give this tier 1 bot. But they want to reset for Dragon anyway, so this is fine. I am not Onivia. I'm just initialized, as it says there. I'm just collaborating with Onivia. Onivia is occasionally on here, very rarely. It does wave hello on occasion. The only thing about draft that surprised me is the Lee Sin pick. Yeah, but it's very good with Syndra. It's one of the old school options with Syndra. It's not quite as good as it used to be because Syndra spikes a lot later than she used to. Nice double stun. Reckless will be fine. He's still got the ult rolling. Lurix gets into the backside. Velia might now be in a little bit of danger. But no, Lurix doesn't really find what he's looking for. Reckless dies. And there is the execute available for Smolder, who's about to run an Nemesis. Oh dear. Hang on, Lost Returns. What happened there? The execute, okay. Gets one back. Velia into the backside. Oh, 2 for 2. Not bad. Velia doesn't have a way out here. Flashes out of the queue. Gets something to go back with. As he gets depth charged, will likely get executed, but that's going to leave Crowny with a silence on top of VTO to try and get the kills. Waiting for that angle to pick up VTO. There they are. Misses the Arc of Joe Ruin. And that means Baus should be able to pick this one up. Flash, silence, rupture. Okay. 3 for 3 in the end. Ooh, hang on, execute. Turret's down. I think VTO's dead. Nicely done, Velia. Can Velia find his way out? Lands the Q onto Yopper. Can probably just follow. Gets interrupted by the Nautilus. Does it matter? Velia's got so much bloody healing. Oh my days. Iron Will is silly when you get to auto a few times. There was a heal from Reckless in there too. So that definitely helps. But oh my days. They just weren't that good this tournament. Yeah, they've had to do a bit of work. I wonder why Reckless does not play Town Cage. I love to play as that support. Yeah, I think Tom has just fallen away a little bit. He's been a little bit too easy to kill. I mean, when even Carrier isn't playing him a lot, you know he's not that great right now. I think he struggles to a lot of enchanters that are currently available. You're seeing a bit of Lulu. We are seeing a bit of Nami with some of the Lucian stuff. He isn't as good a tank as some of the other frontliners. And the safety is nice, but I don't think it has the lane presence to get as much value as you would like with other things. Because you used to get away with it with things like Varus, maybe Jhin. Yeah, Eclipse, Sundered Sky, and Iron Will is what that was. But I'm not sure about LR themselves. Yeah, I mean, they're doing the League of Their Own thing, which is a Red Bull thing. So it tangentially sponsored by Red Bull, I think is the answer. EP's behind. Baus about to step on him. Yeah, there's the rupture. Oh, nicely timed into the Feral Scream, into the Feast. VTO was on vision while he was TPing, and Baus was there to absolutely blast him. 10 stacks on the Dark Seal. This is looking pretty doomed, I think, folks. You've got an Infinity Edge on a Smolder and a Dream, I think is probably the way this is. Hissing Cobra, Doom Countdown, Foamies, Revolts, T-Bone, Evolution War, Pirate King Poppet, Stockwhite 32, Dale Quaza, Eric Tontoberic, Kane Nexus, and thank you very much all for the followers. Those are the people I missed since the last time I was on. Appreciate you all. Especially as Lost Returns are about to break into the base here. Feeling pretty good? Follow Sam for Global League of Legends. Exactly. We'll be doing some Worlds co-streaming on Nymeris soon. Be great fun. I would have said the Vitality.Bee win the series. However, this game 1 has been exactly what I wanted to see out of Lost Returns. And they're looking pretty okay here. But we've seen a lot of good game 1s that go apart. And I think it'll be an interesting one to track. They're looking at VTO. Oh, baby. I wanted to look up Lee Sin as well. I think it's Crescent Strike. But isn't that Diana Q? Lee Sin Wiki. It's just a very dead VTO. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Lee Sin Wiki. I can't spell on my data. Putting a no. Safeguard Iron Will. Tempest. Tempest is what it is. Oh my days. Why have I got it down as... Okay, and Tempest is the AoE damage. Velia promoting Opera GX in his stream. Yeah, that's probably true. Again, those tend to be individual sponsors there. Bit of a knocker. Going onto the clone though. Inhibitor down. Nearly a 10,000 gold lead. Yeesh. Got the Scion. The Scion's really not been in the series. I was like, Ryuman, please listen. I've already told you 2 times. What's happened there? Okay. I think probably Vitality.Bee, but it's close. And this is a really good game for the last Ratones. Cho'Gath is doing an insane amount of work. That's a 16-stack Medjai's. Oh my days. Yoppa's been positioning about 1 screen, 2 forwards all game long. Yeah, big time. He's been far too easy to catch out by the Lee Sin, Alistar, and the Syndra, which is what the comp is designed to do. Big chunk. Yeah, that's the clone. Still got... did they feast the clone? I mean, that's probably a very dead background. That's not bad. They do get the shot down. But it's still going to be the dead Lurox. Yoppa can maybe get some executes. Velia needs to try and find a way out. Ward hop over. Oh, executed. That's not bad, actually. Yeah, a bit slow. Smolder cheat code. It's your way back in. You've got a 4-item Smolder. That might be your way of doing it. In fact, the Smolder's now got a gold lead, which is kind of crazy. Will it matter? Don't think it will. I think this Syndra and this Cho'Gath will blast the front line so hard that it won't matter. And I think Yoppa's not going to be given that much free time to kill things. Yeah, they've blown up Velia. ETO again, rather. Sion's ulting away to go deal with Nemesis, who's shoving in the picture-in-picture. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Yoppa needs to get a lot of work done here. Another Rupture, buffered through by Decap. It won't matter. They're going to kill off Battles. No, we get so much healing! What the hell? Riftmaker is a silly... Yoppa's going to get kicked. Yeah, and dies. That's everyone dead. Nemesis got another inhibitor. Hey, no, good to see you. I was surprised when Syndra wasn't banned. They gave it up and tried to pick the Sion. You get one of these drafts as Vitality. And in fairness, now they don't have to deal with the Syndra or the Sion the rest of the series, and they got the bans free. Considering he has a whole 400 stacks, if he can hit a few times, he'll just kill them. Yeah, I mean, that's the idea, but he's not been given much chance. Because he doesn't have a cleanse really available to him. He went for the TP to stack faster. But it basically means any CC that lands, he dies. That's not bad from VTO to go golden, but I mean, it's a flare moment. Baus with the fountain suicide. My go. Not a great game from VTO. Before he stopped. LR's draft is decent. In fact, it's pretty good. It's a Vi Orianna comp with a reset for Jinx. Lots of divers and disruption in the Gragas and the Rel, who are double items realistically. All right, Dragon Star. This might be our first big scuffle of the game. Lost Ratones are on vision while they do this. They don't have an idea that the water's in the back of the pit, at least in terms of having seen it gone down. That will just go down. Fight afterwards a possibility. Reckless flashes on in. Nice chunk on a Decap, who will now likely die to the cease and desist. There it is. Runs out of his supercharger. Or his afterburn. I forget what the name of the ability to speed up on Blitzcrank is. Either way, over the wall goes Velia. It's a 1-for-1 right now as Nemesis died. Big root onto Crowny, who's going to die. Blast! Ooh! That's not bad from Bounce, but can't finish up what he's looking for. He's going to end up dying here. Vault Breaker onto someone, gets it onto Lurox. Nice angle. Bounce gets away for a second or two. Ooh, nearly got Yoppa, who ran out of damage. They missed the overload. There's the Spell Flux. Another Vault Breaker available. Is there a flash? 3 of the major picks right now, and that's really limiting them in drafts. I think Doran's been a little bit volatile. Bao's not building Roa. Yeah, no, he's getting a bit more damage. Ooh, that's not bad. VTO might end up dying for that. That's a really good combo onto the Rise. Crowny gets to flash away with the excitement. That was a good Dark Procession, but the turnaround's rough. Nemesis, how did you end up there? Ah, dear. Well, Yop is about to blow up Baus as well. That was almost great. And then, unfortunately, I think Nemesis got hit by a hook. There's no other way you could have got there, right? It all goes a bit wrong. This game kind of I don't know what you mean. It does feel a little bit cooked after those have been 2 quite poor team fights from what should have been good team fight angles. And I think fantastic. That is fantastic. Bethany has absolutely got him. There they are. Hang on, let's move over. Look at this. There. This is great. All right, we move back. But there's violence occurring. Let's go talk about this instead. Velia. That's not a bad escape, actually. Hang on. Can he run through VTO? He said he can. He just literally dropped it there. Oh, no way they got the turret off this as well. That is absolutely foul. Didn't want to dox myself. Very fair. Very fair. Thank you for the fresh account and saying hello. Lovely to see you, though, Bethany. Crowny gets blasted under the turret. So they got this really cool play topside and then die horribly mid lane. How did Crowny end up there alone? Oh, well, whatever. Dead. Picked up Herald through the gate. That's very good. That's very good. That was flipping ridiculous. What that is. Flipping ridiculous. Okay. Bounce a little bit beyond the turret here. Velia's here as well. I think they could look at this. Good chunk. Dark Procession buys some time, but they're still going to cease and desist. That's really good. And the shutdown. Not bad for Value, 3 and 1. Hexgate drive-by, baby. I think it's a rare enough occurrence that I'm kind of okay with that being a possibility without CC on it. Bowser's TP behind, going to look at Yopper. They don't have the explosive cask. That's kind of alright. Force a bit of a weird journey out, but Yopper's fine. Yopper's having a much better game on the Zaya than the Smolder, it has to be said. Lurox has to flash out of the back. I can't see how they're just going to rush it. I think they are. Hang on, flash! Oh my god, okay, well, Nemesis down his flash now. Decap also down his, but that's okay. LR early team fight incoming? Maybe. I think Nemesis not having flash makes this a bit scarier. Baus is not having a great amount of time. Yopper has to go into the sky, so they've gotten the Featherstorm. Behind his Lurox. Could look for some more. Crescent Guard value is good, but Crowny now kind of untouched. Still gonna have Reckless go down. Doesn't really get that much value. In goes Velia, who I think is likely gonna die. Reckless also already fallen. And that is probably Dragon and maybe actually also Atakan. They're gonna try and do both. That's really big for Vitality.Bee. And that, as they say, is the game. You got the original old school League of Legends box. Nice, Frostwind. But yeah, that's Atakan as well. That is probably a game-breaking advantage, I would assume. Not easy to come back from this point. How many... Crowny and Nemesis positioning has been so off. I've not been that happy with it, I have to be said. So I think this has been more about play than draft, honestly. At least another turret down, so they're trading okay on that front. You take what you can. Janax in the bush there with the Maid and the Mists. Wait, doesn't G... Okay, looking at potential Velia that gets jumped on. Gets away briefly, but hit by the wind becomes lightning into the smite. Flash away now. Lurik's still got his own flash, but that means Nemesis is left alone as they realm up on top of him. Yeah, the picks will continue until morale improves. And that ain't... I think it's a dragon flip or bust. Not a bad idea with the rocket, but no steal this time around. Hook. Oh, Nemesis. Yep. Reminder, Blitzcrank breaks shields with his ult. And thus the Seraphs did jack all there. Have they really had a 5-5? They've had 2. They lost both. Is the answer? But that's a 4th death for Nemesis, who's not having fun this game. Where is Velia trying to find his way in? Decaps around. Yeah, he knows he's there. He's about to get hooked and he knows it. Reckless now body blocking. Can he flash in? He probably can. Cease and desist. It's going to be a flip. He stole it. It went down to 1 HP. Oh, very nice. Bouse now potentially in danger. Crowny flashed away. Will likely die. Okay, they're going to try and punish as many people as they can. Does Bouse get out? No, he doesn't. He's going to get run out. Bouse TP'd in. Oh, no. All the Barons are going. Yeah, and Yorick gets to do Yorick things. Cask away. VTO's behind. Maiden the Mist is still hitting. Yeah, he's dead. You probably do go IE 4th, but it's cheaper as well, and when you're behind the game, 2,400 gold, at least this way you're at 3 items in parity. Yeah, Baus isn't really known for his Cassandra. His Gragas is not a bad blind considering his Bauses. Unfortunately for him, Janax has just got a decent counter into it and it's worked well, unfortunately. That's potentially decent. Can they pick it up? I think they can. He failed the flash. Nice. Oh, he didn't have the flash. I heard a flash noise and it wasn't that. I don't know what I heard then. Shockwave or something. Allow better community engagement and help for people in year. Probably do things like have community-made guides. It's like, hey, I'm a Lee Sin maid. Here's a little thing from patch 15.1. Well, I did this Lee Sin, cool Lee Sin clear that's really fun. This is how you do it. Baus is about to get blasted. Does get a blast cone out. That's not bad. They can look to try and nab that. Won't. That's a nab of the objective bounty. Room prison on Veli is not going to have a great amount of time. They can potentially look to turn this around, though. Can look for the reset. Decap's dead. That gets Jinx excited. Jinx with all the AoE. Jinx with all the AoE. That's really good. Veli gets a decent amount of healing. They will get Yopper into the sky, but he might get a feather pull here. That's pretty good. Crowny misses the rocket, but it won't matter. That is a huge fight. Huge fight. Who doesn't die, blasts everyone away, actually gets a good blast gun, forces Yopper into a really awkward angle. He tries to get involved, realizes he can't go that way, honestly, but then there's a world where you could have done Juntal's, i.e. Lord Dom's, that order. Baus probably dies here, goes golden, but they got the Baron. Fine, Baus can die, he doesn't care, he's done his job. Man, Lost Ratones are just so good at finding ways back into games. They're very, very, very hard to actually keep down. Rocket, that'll be a dead decap. That gets Jinx excited, means you can rejoin Lurix. He's got the Crescent Guard rolling, but it's not that fantastic. Watch Gen.G for a potential angle. Good. Shockwave for a second, but that's going to be the Rise coming on in. Good stun onto Vito, means he doesn't actually get that much value. Crowny's still firing. Blast Cone doesn't keep him alive. Yopper's going to potentially die. Flash from Crowny, gets some more rockets. Fell in the backside with a Vault Breaker. Should still win this. Lots and lots of damage. Another Vault Breaker in. Denting blows. And Blast Shield, and some Unrelenting Force. Baus bought Zhonya's, he bought the self-stun. Okay. There you go. Good turnaround. Yeah. But Jinx, Gen.G is dead. There's the auto, got a little bit cancelled by the Dark Procession. He's not going to get through the Hex Gates. He's a dead man. Nice. And that delays him dead for another minute. So they're going to get a very good. It's genuinely kept the minute. Got GA now as well. Med dies for Nemesis. Life's okay. I tend to agree, but 10k gold is usually a steep hill you're never going to climb. It's true. It's true. Like this, that was a very, very big gold graph to get back from. Ironically, Yopper's still ahead here. He's still 1,000 gold ahead. I don't think it changes much, really. There's a lot of structure still to pick up for LR. There's still another tier 2. They can turn back towards this Hex Dragon, which would deny Soul and put themselves on Soul Point. They want to try and get a pick here. The vision control going also means the Rise and the Blitzcrank have a lot harder time. And those compositional issues we were talking about earlier are now becoming a problem. It's a lot harder to find a good pick as the Blitzcrank. It's a lot harder to play around the range disadvantage you have as Vitality.Bee now. Especially without that vision control. VTO's TP'd in. This Dragon's gone. They're not getting over here in time. It's gone. They're going to try and jump. Decap didn't find the Rocket Punch. Can maybe get something here. Gets hooked, but there's still a decent explosive cast. Lurox is got the Crescent Guard, but has to flash away. They might try Baus, but he's actually really tanky with his passive at this point. Hits the Maiden of the Mist, so she will probably die. That's huge. Oh, Shockwave on 2 after. Really, really slick turnaround this game from Lost Ratones. That one Dragon fight where Yopper ended up on the wrong side of the pit and didn't get to auto is literally cost them the game. And a bad Baron discipline where they didn't smite properly, didn't keep value out of the pit. Those two moments have genuinely allowed Lost Ratones to come back 6,000 gold, which is unbelievable. Yopper goes into the sky where Mata cast forces the flash. Faust might die here. That's a GA Brock, but it won't actually change all that much. They're going to go for the Nexus. And game's over. Lost Ratones are 2-0 up after that mid-game. Look, we did say, hey, there's some decent counter. It's a bold draft, but I hate Vitality.Bee. This is where you're at. Are they looking? Is that switching? That's not switch. That's your Lucian mid. That's Lucian mid. Gonna hit the Sivir or the Zed or the Aurora. Someone important is blasting them with the. Just looking to get his Gen.G. The rest just don't know how to play Team Fast Region. I think Gen.G with a man down, which gets tricky. I don't think it's quite as simple as that. For all that, obviously, the scaling of a quad carry comp is pretty scary. 1-for-1 in grubs. I think they're going to have to give it the second one here. It's potentially nasty angle. Quickness in the backside. Decap doesn't have ult yet. Velia gets bounced around and dies. There's the death mark off. We should get some value here, but died mid-ult. So that's not great. LR. Where is Baus? Not quite here yet. Not bad. Where did he go? Is he TP back? No, he's... Okay, he's just joined over here. I was looking at the minimap. And they'll send Nemesis up to deal with I don't think you win this. Baus going to come over and try and clear this up. Got to keep the main going. That's it. Oh. Oh, they did kill the turret. Okay, couldn't quite clear it in time. Fine. They get first turret. The auto. Getting the value off the blink dash as well to set it up is really, really good. So I think I can see the angle for it. Okay. Gank bot side. Gen.G is in a lot of danger. Public execution. Death mark. Gen.G, I think, is just dead. Yeah, nice. Triple shuriken. Very nice, Velia. But Serbia, I think you're probably being a little bit... I think you just misunderstand what they are as a team, Lost Returns. Nemesis, trying to get between worlds, can't. That's unfortunate for him. Why was he there by himself? Part of it. They're giving up a dragon here, so that's feats over to Vitality.Bee. Okay, they're giving it up. And he buys a lot of attention to allow the other side of the map to have things happen. That's just not been happening as consistently recently, so it's just looking slightly worse. And jumping on a Baus, as we're speaking about, he's gone very deep there by himself. That's not bad back, actually. Value should get one. Will do. Death mark. Passive. Between worlds. Decent shield, not enough. Cross the veil from Nemesis. Ease away. Mega Inferno bomb. Nemesis. Ooh, nearly got saved by Reckless. Not quite. Yeah, that's the CC chain issues we were talking about. 2 for 1. I was a little bit surprised Value couldn't just get the one shot there onto the Ambassador. Yeah, I don't think they were expecting quite as many people from Vitality.Bee there. I got a cut on my forehead or something. I don't know what this is. Health back from the camps. That's good from Gen.G to prevent the Skull Crab going over. Reckless hops away. Decap could potentially join a bit further forward. Won't. Got to be very careful with this. Gonna reset to have deep strike away. Here comes a TP. Redemption. Heals people back up. Nemesis goes across the veil. Public execution lands. That looked like it wasn't going to land on then. Quickness comes on down. Not the best, but it's still going down. It's going to be an anti-card flip. Velia's won a lot of these early. Decap taken very low. They just had their resist shredded. They've got to be very aware of Velia's ability to pop someone at the minute with their resist being traded between worlds. Oh, this is going to stick flip. That is taken by Velia with the auto and the smite. Oh, hang on. They got the death mark down. Should pop VTO and does. Blast cones out. Can potentially even pick up Decap on the way with a good set of shurikens. We'll see. He's out. Oh yeah, excellent work. Now 3 and 1. Yop is low. Had to flash. Crowny gets him with the ricochet. They do blow up Velia, which prevents Soul Point potentially, but they are now losing Lurox. Potentially has to flash over the wall. Boomerang. Universe revolves around me, says Elticor. That's a strong statement. Oh, hang on. Baus, Decap. Gonna try and jump on top of him. Can't quite kill him. Quickness comes on down. Decap. Disappeared. Nice angle. Baus needs to hop away and does. Good redemption heal. Now full V5 without your big engage tool. And potentially Smite fight it regardless. 3000 HP. Baus going low. Wanting to hop over the wall. Smite fight taken by Velia. Again, he's not lost. Public execution probably means you lose Nemesis. Crowny's now low. That's a bit rough. Baron's up reminder. What a death mark angle. And it did mean that the Aurora's not the most fun. Baus, though, all the while gets a tier 2. Nash's tooth angle. Red turret's ridiculously fast. They can afford to give up this dragon look for Baron. That's what they're doing. Velia was kind of baiting them, saying, haha, I'm going to do this. And he can get over there and smite this. They don't know it's happening until just now. Oh, God. Hang on. Because Velia wasn't in there, they could potentially look to Mega Inferno bomb it. It's fine. Give you a hug. That's gonna get another tier 2 with the Baron as well. He's so annoying this game. He's actually doing fine. How does this AP Jax work, by the way? Basically, with Phase Rush, you basically leap strike, counter strike, and run away with the Phase Rush. Decap's dead. We're going to have to talk about this afterwards. Public execution goes wide, so Gen X doesn't get that much value. Going to try and jump on a Nemesis, but between worlds, so Gen X doesn't finish what he started. Velia is really deep, but flashed over the wall. Does actually die, but Gen X will trade it. All the while, Jax is finishing it! It's 4v5 and Bounce is in the base! Oh my god. Your consistent DPS kind of sucks, AP Jax, but your burst is ridiculous, basically. And you have a lot of mobility because you build a lot of ability. Yeah, Mikhail's on the way. Oh, very nice. He did. Oh, yeah, Edge of Night. Edge of Night was what did it. Sorry. Obligation goes wide. And then he tries to get Yopper and can't quite do it with the satchel there. So Velia tries to flash out and can't quite do it. Unfortunately, the last order was already in the air, so they can't get him. I'd say he doesn't scale as safely as other ADCs. You do scale quite well in the sense that you can do a lot of damage still. But you're very reliant on cycling through a lot of your autos. And that involves getting quite close to enemy AD champions. And that can be really dangerous. Nemesis is going to potentially die. Got a lot of damage. Good quickness, Baus. Hasn't got all that much value yet. Vito, good culling. Value goes and falls and fails! Value failed to get the execute with the Cyclone Sword, but it doesn't matter. They killed everyone else because Baus is a bit silly alongside Crowny. Oh, that's what we're talking about. Yeah. DP out from VTO. Trying to save the turrets and the waves. It won't matter. I think that's game. I think LR just 3-0'd them. I think LR just 3-0'd them. I think they did. He goes Jax with backdoor in the base to his wife. The man. Oh, like that. See? Yeah. Counter-strike, auto a couple times, people are dead. And that's it! Oh my days, LR. From nearly falling out in Swiss to 3-0ing the 4-0 squad out of Swiss stage. GG. Nicely done.